Yeah, I've heard the stories. Actually, Jiu Jitsu's not bad, it's the wrestling.
Wrestling does your ears.
It's normally when I get some of the MMA lads come in and they're walking like that. And I'm like, you be wrestling today? How did you know? I'm like,
Can't move, yeah.
good guess.
There you go. Well, that's a good place to start, right? Bush. We're back. Squeeze the Neck podcast at the Bad Company Gym or Centre. What are we calling it?
Oh, we
Bad
call
Company.
it whatever.
We
Yeah,
call
Bad
Company.
Company.
Bad Company up in Leeds with my new mate. I get this right because I said the Badger, James Badger France. Thanks for doing this, bro. Top man.
Anytime.
So as I said, I did meet you before. You didn't remember me. Didn't take it personal, but there you go. We was on a flight last year out to Denver. I can't remember exactly when that was. You probably know better than me for Liam Harrison's fight on One, right? Jonathan Haggerty was on the card. The whole deal, right?
Oh yeah.
Great trip. At altitude, which we get into and all that stuff, mate. But before we get into any of that, where are we and who are you?
Jesus. James France, Jesus, I've been fighting what am I? I'm 43 now, so maybe just short of 20 years. Jesus, European champ, Commonwealth, British, world champ.
Just a world champ, just snuck that in there, just at the end of it.
It was a proud moment. 46 fights, 2 losses, 2 draws.
Damn, okay, serious record. Proper record.
2 losses, 2 tall southpaws, scumbags.
So if you're tall and you're southpaw, lose our number and go somewhere else.
I ate all of them. Right. Actually, because of them, it made me study southpaw more.
Gotcha.
So now I can fight southpaw.
Brilliant.
Not as good, but I can still fight southpaw.
Okay.
So what defeated me, I had to sort of conquer it. I was like, I'm not letting you guys get one over on me.
Right.
You're not having this. I just absolutely studied the life out of them.
Gotcha. And are you from Leeds originally, I'm assuming,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because the accent, I mean, doesn't seem like it, right? Nah. But what weight division's your best division, mate?
Ooh, 67.
67, right. So tall would be what for that division? What sort of counts in the tall category?
Right. So picture right. As long as I'm fighting 65 to 67, we got tall and skinny, small and stocky.
Right.
Ever so often, you get these big lads at 70 kilos. They're sweet, talk their way into fights, they hum, they hard, they're like, oh, Badger, you mind if we fight at 68.5? And I'm like, why, how big is this guy? Don't worry about it, you'll have him. Turn to the weight, I'm like, yeah, right. So, who am I fighting him? He's not skinny. Oh, yeah, but no. He's tall, but he's not skinny. He's almost as wide as me, this isn't... So I've had a few fights like that.
Ones, yeah. Don't worry about it. Just step on the scales. You're all right. Get in there. But are you still fighting now, are you?
Oh, stop that.
I was going to say, yeah, because you said 43. You don't look a day over 42. You know what I'm saying? But no.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, no, but like, obviously still in great shape. When I turned up, he was stripped to the waist. Make of that what you will. I didn't undress him. But obviously you just come from a session now, so you're in the thick of it and whatnot. Yeah. Let's go back a bit, mate. So you're from Leeds. Did you start Muay Thai in Leeds?
Yeah, Jesus. I went to Bad Company when it was on York Road. Liam would have been 16.
Right, okay.
And Andy's, a few years older than me. I think Andy's about 3 years older than me. So that's when I joined the gym. And the reason I went is because my friend said to me, do you want to come Thai boxing? And I'm like, go on, keep talking. I'm not convinced. I was just reading weights then. I'm like, no, I'm not convinced. He went, Bruce Lee. And I went, okay, go on, keep talking. Just come. I'm like, right, I'll come down.
Bruce Lee, that was way in.
How can you not love Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan?
Right.
Even to get a 5% of that, I thought, come on, we'll go down. So I've gone down and we're training now. I'm doing the session. Back then I'd have been about 13 stone.
Right, okay, so a lot bigger.
Reading weights, you're just like, ah.
And you're obviously a young man at this point. You didn't start as a kid, so
No.
weight was an issue from the off, I'm assuming.
I started at 20. I was a late starter, very late.
Especially for someone who's gone on and been a world champion. Like a lot of people start that late, but they don't. They have a few fights and whatnot, don't they?
Addiction.
That's it, yeah.
Discipline, just stuck to it. But like I said, the first day I went, me and my friend are training, was in the beginners class, and there was an old woman right next to us training, and we're there training, and I sat on the step gassed, and this old woman was just on the pad, steady away, and I remember looking over at me. She looked me up and down like I was small, and she carried on doing a pad, and I'm like, no, I can't get beat by her, get back up. I sat down 3 more times, I was wounded. Old woman finished her class, got changed, she even looked at me on the way out, and then just left, and I was like, the boy's like, what's going on? I've got to come back.
Right. And who is this old lady still in your life? You know
No.
who she is? I thought you were going to say, like,
no.
3 years later, we got 7 kids and we're married.
No. That would have been a cool story.
That would have been a cool story.
But no, I literally thought, how am I getting outdone by this old woman?
Yeah.
She finished the beginners. Oh, sorry, she did the warm-up, she did the class, she did the after bits, and I'm just hanging on by a thread. I'm literally shaking and everything's just dying. And I thought, right, I've got to come back and prove something. So I just kept going back every week, till eventually...
Ended up world champion.
So,
But like, I'm assuming from that story, you didn't go day one thinking, right, I'm going to be a champion.
Oh,
You just
no,
went in the
no,
gym
no.
and was like, whatever.
yeah, like I said, every man deep in his soul believes he can fight. So when you discover you can't fight, it wounds your pride like nothing's ever wounded your pride before. You really believe you're born straight out the womb, fists out, I could take out at least 20 guys.
I'll never lose all that.
I never lose. Then you go to somewhere and, oh, Andy Housen, I was his personal punch bag.
Was it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And how big's he?
Fights at 55 kilos, 57 kilos, walks around 63.
So when you walked in like a jacked up 80,
Yeah.
mid-80s kilo something, right?
Yeah.
Humbling experience, right?
And he's battering me while talking to people outside the ring. Yeah, so just the other day, yeah, so I was just, and I'm like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
So I was a little bit like, ooh, I killed that bit.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit like wounded, like, right, I need to be better, this ain't right. So, trained for just short of a year, and we used to have a Leeds Town Hall show. We used to have all the bad company fighters on there. Lisa and Richard used to fight on there, all the bad company lot were fighting. And I was going down to watch, and I got a phone call, so I'm like, hello? Like, yo, do you want to fight? So at the time I was high, so I'm like, yeah, go on then, I'll have a fight. Put the phone down. About 2 hours later, I'm like, have I just agreed to a fight? But they phoned me back and said, the guys turned up, don't worry about it. And I said, oh, sweet. Got down to Leeds Town Hall to watch Thai boxing. Where have you been? I'm like, what are you talking about? You fighting? I went, I'm not. Wait, you are? He's here. And I went, where's the other guy? He went, he's gone fishing. I'm like, what the? Literally, I blinked. I was in the back room, the change room, a bit like, I blinked again, my hands were wrapped up, I was like, this is really going down here. Yeah. So I walked out and this town hall's absolutely heaving. I'm just thinking, what have I done here? And I remember getting in the ring. Craig Richardson.
Okay.
Craig Richardson, we got in the ring. We touched gloves and I just went. And I just stood there in the middle of the ring. And he walked the full length of the ring and just went. Boom! And he hit me. And I flew back and I went, no, you did. I just ran at him. I think the whole time I just boxed and kneed him to death. And I actually pulled a victory off.
You pulled it off, all
Yeah.
right. Because when you said you stood like this and he threw the punch, I was like,
no,
you didn't get
no.
knocked out straight away, surely.
No, I watched every moment of him punch me in the face like, hey. He said to me, hey, his arm's moving and...
There
but
you go.
no,
That's
just...
what you get.
Yeah.
But I tell you what's funny, like you mentioned it about how tired you was on there. Like for my experience across different martial arts, hitting and kicking pads especially is one of the most tiring fucking things you can do.
Yes.
Right? I mean, different people, you've got different backgrounds and whatever, so certain things become easier to certain people, right? But
Yeah.
for my money, like fucking hell, kicking pads is the one that does do you the most anyway, isn't it?
Yes and no.
Right.
When you first start kicking pads, your effort's in the wrong place.
Yeah, okay.
So when I teach people, I've got to teach them like, I appreciate you trying your best, but it's not in the right place. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, picture right, if me and you are pushing a car, yeah, and I'm pushing with my legs, and you're just behind the car going, ah, ah. I appreciate the effort you're doing, but you're not going to beat the other person pushing with his legs. Oh, but what if I go gym and I do more weights? And again.
Still not pushing with your legs.
I appreciate the effort you're going to put in and the time and the sacrifice. But with your arms pushing, you're not going to win. So you've got to teach people like...
That's an interesting way to put it, yeah. I've never heard that described like that. It makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
But that's how I teach people that way. Like, if you just give me a chance, I'll show you what you're doing. And out of nowhere, you'll be like, oh, so is the power there? And I'm like, yeah. So all this was just a waste of your effort.
Right.
And you just trying really, really hard and not getting very far.
And when you had your first fight, how much are you weighing at this point? Had you lost weight by now?
Yeah. Yeah. Had I been to Thailand? No, I went to Thailand after that, so I bet I was about... The fight would have been at 70 kilos, but I'd have probably been about 73 or 74.
Right, okay. So a lot heavier than you are now.
Yeah. So Actually, now I'm about 77.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
buzzing.
Jack.
I know, yeah.
Jacked out of control. But like when you've had this first fight, is that like, okay, this is what I'm doing now? Because a lot of people go, fuck that, I'm not doing that again for a while, don't they?
You know what? Yes and no, because everyone's like, you love fighting. I do love fighting, but to me, it's like playing Street Fighter. I want to learn the move list. I want to be the best on this game. If someone defeats me, I need to beat them. I can't relax until I beat them. Was it fun or not? Some fights were fun, some fights were hell. But the fact is, the ending result is, we play this game and I've got to come out on top. I'll do whatever it takes to win. If they're like, right, mate, I need to just kick it as hard as you can, and I'm like, seriously, yeah. Hold my drink. Just throw it out there. Literally anything to win.
Yeah,
So,
I got you. And with like, obviously weight situation is a big thing with nowadays, like science and sports and whatever.
Yeah.
We're going back 20 years, right? So like back then, I'm assuming it's like how it was when I started boxing. It was, you know, it's this case of like, don't drink, don't eat, and just starve yourself down to the weight.
yeah, it wasn't cool.
Yeah.
It wasn't cool. All these newbies, they've got nutritionists and...
Water loading, that's a new
yeah,
one, isn't it?
water loading and all this scientific, like if you eat 4 Haribos and a pack of Skittles, you'll get your energy back for that. And I'm like, I had to live on salad and beans for days and go through all sorts of hell. That was always the worst part, was making weight. Because like I said, no one taught us, so we just had to kind of work it out.
Don't eat was the advice I used to get, and I've said this on here a million times, so I'm probably boring people, but you turn the tap on and like put your tongue under the tap, spit it, you're not allowed to fucking drink and all that business. Those were the days, huh? Fun times.
I remember one day, I'd been at my mum's then. I've come home to my mum's, and I could smell KFC in the house.
Ooh.
And out here, I remember a tear came down my eye. I walked straight in the living room. I grabbed a piece of chicken, walked to the kitchen, licked this chicken, I just threw it in the bin. I stormed off to bed in a proper sulk. I was generally wounded beyond, but no, it was so much different to making weight back in the day.
Right. Because nowadays, a lot of people, and you'll probably speak to this as well, like there's a lot of times you're told what to eat and whatnot, and you're actually sort of eating more than you think, and you're going like, I can't fucking eat all that.
And they still make weight.
Yeah, because metabolism comes into play and whatnot, but it's a different world now, right?
The sweet side's behind it. I know there's guys eating steak and eating this and that, and I'm like, I used to train my ass off near fight time and go home to a salad. Maybe I put some baked beans on top to make it different. Like, this looks a bit more edible. I was like, it was not cool. But these guys now, it literally is written a whole plan of all the things you can eat. And I'm looking like, how are you going to make weight? And
they do, but they make it, then they figure out a way to make it. But I tell you what's funny when you said about like earlier, before camera come on, we were speaking about boxing and Roy Jones and a picture of Roy Jones lately and stuff like that. If you see like the old time fighters going back in the day, they were sort of almost living at the weight they was, right?
Yeah.
Which like in my time, that's never been the case. Like the age I am, I'm assuming you was always like having to battle that.
Yeah, I'd say if I fought at 67, I'd have walked around at least 73, 74, and that's me trying.
Right, and that's exactly, you're in shape at that weight. You're shredded and ready to go.
Yeah, because it's weird, but everyone talks about these fight camps and stuff. I never did a fight camp.
Right, just training all the time.
That's how it was. Yeah. So every time someone went, do you want to fight? And I'm like, when is it? 3 weeks time, sweet. When I do pads, give me 10 extra kicks at the start of a round.
Right, yeah. So as simple as that, it just ups the intensity a bit.
It was just up the intensity. I've never like disappeared for 2 months, came back fat as a house.
Yeah, doesn't make sense to me. You was only doing yourself in. I always saw that in the gym. You're looking around at people
Ricky
fighting lighter
Hatton.
than you, that are heavier than you, and you're going, I don't understand. Ricky Hatton's the one, yeah.
Ricky Hatton. I try to explain to people, I don't get what you're trying to do because this isn't fat camp. It's fight camp.
Yep.
You're just stepping up what you're already doing. But if you go from doing absolutely nothing, then like, right, I've got another fight, I need to start training. And I'm like, you're losing weight, but you're not particularly getting better. Where to me, every fight you have, you should look better. Every time you get in the ring, you should look better. You should look quicker, faster. And if you're not, I don't get the point.
Especially early stages, right? I mean, it's a little bit different if you're earning millions and you're a world champion and you got obligations. It's a bit different, isn't it? But like guys, like you said, there are guys now that are having, like I spoke to guys recently, no names, you know you are, but they've got a camp. They've had like 3 fights. You know, when you're going like, what do you mean camp? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you should be training to get better.
You should just be training.
Yeah.
But again, I know it sounds daft, but especially when I was younger, hardcore gamer. So to me, this is a game. So I'm like, so every time I train, it's kind of like I'm leveling up in character. So my attributes are becoming a little bit stronger and faster. Why would I take a break from that?
Yeah, that makes sense, right?
It doesn't make sense.
Well, I was one of them that overtrained too. And by the
Yeah,
sound of what you're
yeah,
saying, you're
definitely.
doing the same. And like in some ways, a lot of people, and I would probably say it as well, some ways overtraining can be worse than undertraining. Because if you're unfit, you can kind of, you're blowing out your ass, but you can get through it. Whereas if you've got that, we all know that overtraining feeling. When you're flat and you can't move, and you don't care, and you know, whatever.
Definite overtrain. But like I said, I'd always rather do too much than too little.
I think mindset-wise, that's the way you got to be, innit? You know what I mean?
Like I said, I couldn't find a reason to not train. Like the days when I rested, I'd be like, right, I'm gonna rest, not doing nothing today. Right, I'm gonna go for a run, but then I won't do nothing after that. Right, just a run.
And you end up doing more that day because before you know it, you shadow box. I could do a few push-ups.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've seen that a million times. But let's bounce forward a bit. Like when did it become sort of like a career choice for you, if you like? Well, I'm assuming actually from what you said, you was kind of in that from the off with your game character and stuff.
Yeah, I think the main part was after a year of training and I had that first fight. Liam was like, I want to go to Ireland. I was like, I'll come with you.
To Ireland, the hotbed of Muay Thai.
Thailand.
Oh, Thailand. I thought you said Ireland.
Ireland,
Jesus. What are you going to Ireland for?
Ireland.
Thailand, that makes more sense.
No, me and Liam was the first ones to go. I went to Thailand with him the first time.
Oh, okay.
So the picture of me and him there, right? I've got a crappy Fox t-shirt on and he's got some feeler t-shirt. We're like,
oh, is that right? Yeah.
he's got that stupid blonde hair. Where back then everyone had to have a blonde streak in their hair, and I'm still like, and it was the first time we both went to Thailand, and we went to Jitty's gym.
Okay.
And Jitty's gym, it was like the family version to our gym. Richard and Jitty were like family, like literally brothers. So we got sent straight over there, and Jitty, he was just like, right, you two, if you're fighters, you're getting treated like fighters, and you treat us exactly the same. Like, the way that I know Thais now are like, let's say I go to a new gym. I'll see a Thai trainer. We'll lock eyes. I'll be like, I think it's the guy. But I can't be sure yet. I'll go on the pads. I'll throw the worst kick in the world. And if he goes, boom, oh, yeah, good, I go.
Not for me.
Oh, no. Sir, no. You're wasting my time and I'm off. I'm used to the Thai guys that you throw a bad kick and they go, poof, and they go. And I'm like, no, okay. I can do better.
I'm only joking.
Yeah, I'm only joking. At Jitty's, that was a top fight gym at the time, and they wanted it right.
And is this one fight deep for you, or have you had a couple more by this point?
No, one single fight.
Straight out to Thailand.
Straight out to Thailand. After that, I was like, right, I'm locked in now.
And what's the landscape like at the time? Are there many Westerners going over, or is this pre that?
It was weird, because there were no Westerners.
Right.
There was no McDonald's. there was one KFC in Bangkok. Right. There wasn't the West hadn't really done much out there.
Right.
Because it was weird, because I spent most of my time in Bangkok, so I was just used to seeing Thais all the time. And it's weird, right, because Thais were never fat.
Right, okay. Yeah.
But then now the West is over there with all the
takeaways.
takeaways.
McDonald's out there now, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying?
They've got fat Thais with spots, and I'm sat there going, oh, they don't even know. Give them a couple of years, they'll work it out about why we call it junk food.
Yeah,
but back then, it was very different.
That's cool. Because when you go to gyms in Thailand, the first time I ever went to Thailand was 2014, so it was very sort of westernized by that point, right?
Yeah.
But I trained a day at Phuket Top Team.
Oh, yeah.
That was very old school. I say old school, people probably go, no, fucking ain't. But, you know, like from my knowledge going over there, it was me and my mate who I went with, and then other than that, like everyone else was Thai. So to me, you know, it's like, I was like, oh, I'm in a real place here. Do you know what I mean?
I'm in the zone.
Yeah, but it was like, again, like hard training, like no fucking around. Like there was like, not brutalising you by any means.
No,
holding the pads, like you start the session 2 rounds in. I'm like, fucking hell, where's the clock in here? Like, how long have I got to do this for?
But it's what I wanted. I'm like, I don't want the easy way out. Right. You can't, if you give me the easy way out, it doesn't make sense because what if I'm fighting this guy in a couple of weeks?
Right.
What if I'm fighting this guy and he's done more than me and he's going to smash me? I'm not getting smashed. I'm not. No.
Not me. Not a lad from Leeds.
Yeah. Win, lose or draw, I still feel like you need to remember me. I don't want to be a walkover like, oh yeah, I danced through that when I'm like, no. I want you coming out, cut, blood, broken nose, black eye, and if you've won, you've earned a victory.
And when you go out there, you going out there like one-way ticket to train for a while, or have you
No,
got a
I
kit
could
plan?
only go out for 3 weeks at a time.
Okay.
Because I was like everyone else, still working a
Still, yeah,
normal
right,
job and
right.
this and that. So I literally just work, go Thailand. Work, go Thailand.
That was life was like, yeah, that's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, looking back, that's a cool thing to say, isn't it? Like,
It was good, like I said. Over here, me and Liam, we have a place called Hare Hills. You're not meant to aspire too much.
is that right? What's Hare Hills like? Is this in Leeds? I think.
Yeah. Oh, Croydon.
Croydon, okay. Yeah. It's near me. That's relatively near where I'm from.
Yeah. It's a bit naughty.
Right, okay.
Full of naughty geezers.
It's the Croydon of Leeds, is it?
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. If you're not a naughty geezer, you're not probably anyone.
Okay.
You're just a regular Joe.
Right, don't go to, was it Hare?
Hare Hills.
Hare Hills, I fucked the name up again. So, Hare Hills, don't go to Hare Hills if you ain't got a bit about yourself.
Yeah. But that's what I said. The most popular people are normally the pharmaceutical handlers.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I don't understand.
Yeah. Everyone else is working class. You will never be anything bigger than that. So it's like, I don't just want to be low-level worker class. I still want to aspire to something.
Yeah.
So that's why we push.
And when you're telling people, like, we're going to Thailand and train, they look at you like, the fuck are you up to? Is it like one of them jobs, like, you lunatic?
Until they see you in town hall when everyone's all cheering and you're like, oh, so that's why you went to Thailand for. I'm like,
Right, yeah, that makes sense, yeah. But so you've had like one fight going out to Thailand, gone there, and I'm assuming day one, was it like a culture shock, or are people actually speaking English at this point? Because you said there's no Westerners.
they spoke English, but it was so weird because I'm like in the other side of the world, I'm like, is it going to be racist there? I'm like, I don't know how this even goes down. So of course, you're a bit on edge like, geez, I'm only a black guy in Thailand, this cannot go well. Never received not 1 ounce of vibe or racism, never had beef in Thailand. I'd be walking home in Thailand at 3 in the morning, drunk as hell, safe as a house.
Yeah, I've always felt like that in Thailand. Very safe place, very like
It's so
welcoming.
weird.
Yeah.
But do that in your own city, walking
Right.
about 3 in the morning, pitch black. You're walking a bit like, I'll take my earphones out actually. So yeah, it was massive shock. Everybody was so nice and cool and laid back. And I'm quite laid back, so I'm there laid back and I'm like, I like this.
Yeah. Did you ever think, forget Leeds, I'm going to Thailand full time?
Thought about it, but they don't get our banter.
Right. Oh, right. Is that right?
Yeah.
They're not on it.
No. I'm not a miserable twat, but we have a certain British,
Yeah. Right.
sarcastic, taking the piss out of each other. They don't get it.
Right. Okay.
I'm like, oh, my friend there's a dickhead. No, Badger. He's a good guy. I know him. I like him. He's okay. I'm like, no. I'm not really calling him a dickhead. I'm just saying he's a bit of a, he's a wank. No, Badger. He's great. And I'm like,
Never mind. Yeah, forget it.
Yeah, don't
forget
just-
it.
yeah, just-
yeah, forget it. He's all right. Yeah, I like him.
you
too,
don't
yeah.
get it. Yeah.
And what's Badger? Where's Badger come from? I don't know if I've asked you.
You know what? I'm wounded because everyone's like, what's this amazing story? And I'm like, unfortunately, there is not.
Oh, there's no big story.
No. Everyone's like, since I'm like, shut your makeup when I'm like, no.
You got to make up a story like you rescued a badger somewhere in Thailand and saved the
Yeah,
village.
is it based on the honey badger?
Yeah.
Or is it based on? It's not. It literally is. Everyone had stupid hip hop nicknames.
Oh, it's not even a Thai nickname. It's just from back in the day.
Right there, you go. Everyone's got in Chapeltown. It's like probably black. There's Dynamite, LP, Nuts, Boxer, all stupid nicknames. There were loads of them. I ended up with Badger. Didn't make no sense. I'm just like, that doesn't even make no sense. But I was like, whatever, and it literally just stuck.
That's cool. Someone watching this going, I gave him that nickname. I don't know why. He don't even know himself. Yeah, but
I even know, give it to me.
Yeah.
His nickname was LP, Launchpad, like
Okay.
DuckTales.
All right, cool. Way back in the day
back
now.
in-
Showing age now, huh?
That's why I'm saying all the stupid hip hop nicknames. Where this era would be Little Summit,
Uh-huh.
Little Badger, Little Ronnie, Little
Yeah,
Summit.
Little, I was trying to think of something then, but I wasn't quick enough. Little someone, yeah. But that's how it goes, isn't it? But like when you started fighting more, like when did you start fighting for titles and all that sort of stuff, mate?
Jesus. I think the minute we got back from Thailand, I was just like, right, let's just.
Oh, right, yeah.
But like I said, there was no money in it whatsoever. No. There was nothing. We were fighting in pubs, big sports halls.
It's probably costing you to fight, isn't it? Like you got to travel and all that business.
Again, it was just for the glory. Literally the glory of being the best.
Did you ever think about boxing? Because boxing is like, there's more, especially back then, there's probably more money involved, isn't there? But it was never a thing you was a Thai guy.
No, only reason is boxers never end well.
Right, that's true. That's
They
true.
do. And I'm like, no matter how brutal people say Thai boxing is, it's not.
Well, that's a good question as well, because I think a lot of people go, don't be stupid, but boxing is probably more dangerous than
Yeah.
Thai boxing, isn't it? For your health.
Yeah, I've told people, I can have a fight. If you have a smooth, nice, clean fight, I could come out with that with bang shin, couple of elbows, maybe a cup, to tell the truth, I was pretty dodging, bit of a shot, I'm sweet. Boxers, headshot, body, headshot, body, headshot, 12 rounds.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, our pain's like moved all over.
Yeah,
Yours is here and nowhere else.
And the rounds as well. Like Thai boxing, the top level's only 5 rounds, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's a big difference to 12.
12 rounds. So I'm like, there's a reason why we can get up to 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 fights. And boxers, if they get to 50, they're lucky.
Yeah, especially if they're fighting at a good level, right? Like,
And if
because
they're
the
not,
rounds go up.
if they're not Mayweather, they're most likely going to be brain dead or punch drunk.
Yeah, and you see it all the time. I've never met a Thai guy, I'm sure people have, but I've never seen a Thai guy that slows their speech. Do you know what I mean? Not that I understand the language they're speaking, granted, but boxers, like most boxers that have had an extensive career past 40.
You can tell.
Right,
You can really tell. Like, I didn't realize, but I met Prince Asim years ago. He came to Leeds Carnival one time.
Right, okay.
And to me, Prince Asim was always, never got hit, knocked everyone out. And when I met him and I was talking to him and I went, and my brain just went, oh,
Oh, really? Even with Prince?
you're
Yeah.
fucked.
Seriously?
Yeah, that's all I thought is,
no.
I was talking to him, yeah, he's not smarter than I thought he was.
yeah.
But I was talking to him and my brain just went, oh my God, what, you're fucked?
Yeah, because his son's fighting now. I saw Prince Nazim in person recently, actually, at the
Yeah.
Usyk fight. He's not a tall guy. He's not a big guy for someone.
No.
I don't, like, we know he's small because of the weight division he fought at.
Yeah.
But I think because he's so famous and such a character, you
I
kind
didn't
of
expect him to be so small.
Yeah.
But he was slurring his words and I thought,
No.
I didn't think you took that many headshots,
No.
but you're slurring like,
You can imagine some of these guys that just stand in the pocket and train.
Pocket
right?
and train, I'm
Give them
like-
a few beers as well. What are they like? You know what I mean?
I just thought, that's not cool.
No.
I don't mind coming out with a bit of a dodgy elbow, a bit of a dodgy knee, but actually talking like I just took too many hits. And I thought, no, I don't.
Not for me. Yeah, I can see that because there's it's different injuries, isn't it? Like your legs get more battered up and stuff, but you can. I mean, I'm exaggerating massively, but you can walk that off a bit, can't
Yes.
you? Versus like you're not walking off a head injury.
Trust me, it's different.
Yeah.
Like
I saw a guy recently, and I'll be quite vague on this because I won't mention his name, but someone I used to box with back in the day, I bumped into him randomly recently, and he's a little bit older than me, but not much.
Right.
And he boxed lower than me. He's taller than me, but he was very slim. He looks like he could eat me now. And like, talking to him is like that, you know, when you go like, because at one point when we were chatting, he went, you know what I mean? And you know, you look at him and go, no,
Bruno.
what the fuck are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you mean? Like, say that again slower, because like, you know, I knew him when he was young and fresh and...
But you can tell straight away you're like, you've had too many headshots.
Yeah, and by the way,
like,
this is a guy, he didn't even turn pro. So this is all for nothing, right?
thank you. So I just thought that's not the route to go. It really isn't.
Yeah, that's why I do this now, so I can talk to people, so I can keep my speech on point. Otherwise, I don't want to get to the point where I go, and then James tell me, you go, oi, loving yourself up, you. But it's jokes aside, it is a dangerous and a sad thing to see, isn't it, when you've known people beforehand. But like, what point in your career and how many fights were you in when you won your title?
Ooh, Jesus. My son. Right, because it was near the back end, because I said literally, I've got a kid on the way, so this has to be it.
Right, okay.
Got to call it a day, because like I said, there was no big money in Thai boxing, but you work, back then I was doing scaffolding and stuff like that, 5:30 in the morning till 5:30 in the evening, you come to the gym for 2 hours, by the time I get home, he'd have been out cold.
Yeah.
7:30, 8 o'clock I get home, he'd be out cold, and I was like, no. I signed up for this dad thing to do the dad thing properly, I'm not meant to be, no. And like I said, I didn't know that Thai boxing was going to become this giant thing. So I was like, right. The minute he was just under the age of 1, I think I had last fight, world championship, get the world title, got the belt, called it a day. Right there, I was like, I got to do it.
That's cool, isn't it? To me, you know, like, obviously, if you're like a young Mike Tyson type that wins it at 20 and like everything's great, that's obviously a massive, like, brilliant, right? And that's how everyone wants it ultimately. But when someone's had like a long, hard career, like Michael Bisping comes to mind.
Yeah.
In the UFC. You know, they've had a long, hard career, and it's like
A
doesn't
well
look like
done.
it's happening. And like they're sort of almost not making peace with it, but they're sort of starting to entertain the idea that they might retire without a world title, but then they come through it and they do it. Like,
And
to
they
me,
put-
that makes me go like,
That
got room
was,
for that person,
yeah,
haven't you?
that was the best day. That's why I said I had to call it a day because it was either Thai boxing or my son. And so that's
obvious
not
choice,
right.
isn't it? Yeah, obvious choice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but you can. But I'm not going to see him grow up, so I don't get the point.
No, and you'll get to the point where he's like 17, 18, like, all right, Dad, like, whatever, right? Like, who wants that? Do you know what I mean? What's it for?
Exactly. And I came out of retirement once.
Oh, you did?
Only once because they were saying to me, "Badge, you come out of retirement." I'm like, "No, leave me alone. Come out of retirement. I'm busy. If you come out, we'll let you fight the MMA gloves." And I went,
I'm back.
"Talk to me." And we'll take you to Thailand. I'm like,
Oh, wow.
"Oh Lord." Right, one more time.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
get
right.
the family picture with the 2 kids.
Yeah.
Right, and the best thing about it is those little MMA gloves, it's different.
That's what I was going to ask you, because I've heard Liam talk about it on podcasts, how it's a very different thing.
It's different.
Yeah.
I have no like confusion how different it was. And by then, I hadn't taken up boxing, but I understood my weakness was boxing. Thai boxing's weakness are boxing, so we're like, right, I need to get that sorted. So I like my hands, I like my legs, I like my elbows. I'm like, let's put it all together. And the MMA gloves, the worst thing about Thai is you get tall, durable people. They've got no intention of having an entertaining fight. They're going to run the left of the rig, put their head down and hug you, and just do little shit it needs to win. And I'm like, they can't do that in the little gloves, can they? It's not the same party. If you're dumb enough to grab me in the clinch in little gloves, I'm just going to go, cool. I'd just be jamming this 4-ounce glove up into your mouth, and I thought, right, no big tall guy could try to just clinch me and lean on me. We'll have a good tear up. Let's do it. So I come out of retirement. I fought Burning Man Diaz in York. Put the gloves on. Your hands are absolutely light and this is brilliant. But I remember, first we both touched gloves. Like, right, here we go. And he jabbed me in the mouth and bust both my lips. I just remember going, you motherfucker. You're going to pay for that. So we're fighting and I've thrown a kick and he caught my leg and he swung for the fences. And I just went, all right, I got you. I see you. Next round was fighting and I thought, right, I've got him here. And I threw this kick, and the minute he caught my leg, he went to punch me, but I was already there. And the minute he caught my leg, I just went boom at the same time and knocked him out cold. It was absolutely.
Oh, you got him? That's a good story as well. Yes, good ending.
I got him. But I knew the minute he catches my leg, he's going to try to blow my head off.
Right.
So the minute he's caught my leg here, and he's brought his arm back, and I just thought, wrong move. And I just went straight in, knocked him out cold. Absolutely loved it.
And this was in York, you said?
Yeah.
What happened to Thailand? You said they were going to take you to Thailand?
Oh, no. They took me to Thailand afterwards.
Oh, right, it's like a party.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no.
I read that wrong, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, sir. No. I fight here, we get 10 days, partying and trading in Thailand.
That's a good deal, huh? That's
Hell
a good
yeah.
deal. Good deal.
This week taught me with that deal,
yeah.
because I love Thailand because I don't pads.
Okay.
I train and battle Westerners.
Right.
I train and battle Westerners.
Yeah. That's cool. So have you fought in Thailand?
I fought once, but what I used to do is I used to train out there to come back to a fight already ready.
Right.
Because I love Thailand, but unless you fight in a big stadium, on a big show against a big name, your fights are pointless out there.
Are they? In what sense?
Doesn't make any sense because here you fight someone, you might fight someone ranked or someone known or something, and it got you up the ladder. In Thailand, everyone can Thai box.
Right, okay. Is the level the same that when you fight, unless you're fighting the top guys, or is it a bit different?
You know what it's like? Because people go, I'm going to fight in Thailand. Everybody goes, ooh,
Yeah, right.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
And the rest of us just go,
Right.
it's the same as a Thai going, I went to England and played football. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Right, okay.
He didn't say Ellen Road, he didn't say any other stadiums. It just, I was in England and played football versus English people.
Yeah.
He must be the best
Must
at
be a
football.
G,
Yeah,
yeah.
he must be a legend.
Yeah.
He didn't say he came here, played in the park versus us lot.
Right, well, it's funny you said, because I've got a mate who had 4 fights in Thailand, and like he's very honest. He's a good fighter, but he was like an MMA fighter, and he had 4 fights in Thailand. And I said, "How'd you get on in Thailand?" He went, "Yeah, I knocked all out in the first round." And you know when I went,
Yeah.
you know when you go like, Tell me the truth though, right? And he was honest. He was like, but they're like fucking tuk-tuk drivers. They're just Thai people that have got gloves on.
Everyone in Thailand can Thai box.
Right.
It doesn't mean they're good at it.
Yeah, right.
Everyone in England can play football.
Doesn't mean they're good at it.
It doesn't mean we're all good at
Definitely
it.
not. Yeah, definitely not. Walk about a bit. Yeah, they're definitely. Yeah, no. But everyone will tell you they have. I had trials at someone. That was the one back in the day. I had trials at. Well, I'm assuming up here Leeds. I had trials at Leeds.
That's the closest to respect in football you can get. Is I've had a trial.
Yeah, I've had a trial.
Not just say
how's the trial go? They're like, what? Yeah, shut up. Yeah. And by trial, what most of them mean is they played a Sunday game and there was a scout from a club there. That's what they're calling their trial.
And he looked at him, he gave him the wink and the gun, but never saw him again.
I got looked at by a fucking Chelsea scout. And yeah, all right, mate, cool. As you were, yeah. But that's the game, and it's the same with the fighting in Thailand.
It's why I didn't agree to fight in Thailand. Only once I fought in Thailand, hated it.
Really?
I had to make weight. I'm already annoyed.
Right. Okay.
I had to not party. I'm annoyed now.
Can't not party in Thailand. Is that the deal?
No, because I like to go out.
Okay.
Back then, now all this crap back. I like to go out, so I can't go out and have a laugh with everyone. I've got to go back to the hotel early and be in bed early. I'm like, this fight better be worth it. Turned up at, I think it was Lumpini.
Okay.
Got there, right, ready to go. Turn around, see a fat Thai. I'm like, oh crap, what? This is pointless, I'm gonna wipe him out. And he went, you know what? You will wipe him out, but we can hustle this. And I'm like, go on. We can hustle this. I'm like, go on. Look shit for 2 rounds. Once the gamblers get on board, we'll fucking snuff him. And I'm like, I like that.
Now we'll make some money, son.
Let's do this. So, it was on camcorder. That's how long this is ago. I've got it somewhere.
You've lost half the crowd. The crowd are like, well, what's that mean?
I know.
iPhone.
It's like an iPhone, but bigger. Yeah. You know?
And you couldn't see it back straight away. You had to get it on something called a cassette. We're going down a rabbit hole.
Oh, no. This was a fancy camcorder. One of those little screens on it, you could watch it back. Oh, yeah.
You made it at this point.
Yeah, I've made it. But I remember for 2 rounds, I'm just swinging handbags all over the place. I'm there, like, sitting in the corner. Liam's there, Jitty's there. You're doing great, right? Keep doing that, just fucking look garbage. At one point, I've got this tie in the clinch, and I start punching him. And you can hear Liam on the video burst out laughing in hysterics, but right now it's going really well.
Where is this video? Is this on YouTube? Can we watch this?
You've
got to put this on YouTube so we can see it, because these videos are great.
I should find it because it was the funniest thing ever. So I think I sat down for round 3. They're like, we are quids in here. We're going to make some money. This is going brilliant. One more round, then we can snuff him. And I went, brilliant. So I'm darting about the place, and I've leaned on the ropes. So you have to remember, back in the day, our training was like religious training again and again and again and again and again till it's just like a reflex. So I leaned on the ropes. He throws a low kick. I decided to block it. Not thinking I've drilled block left kick over 1,000 times now, and I love my left kick. I absolutely adore my left kick. By the time I've blocked this kick, my feet have switched. My foot is halfway to his head before I'm like, and it whacked him in the face. And he stumbles backwards, and I'm like, and this guy's like, and I'm like, but he's wobbled all over, and I thought, crap! So I sort of run into him, grab him in the clinch again, and start punching him. I thought, oh crap, I didn't mean to do that.
Giving him like the backhand, like, wake up,
Yeah.
Come on, son, wake up.
Yes. The round's ended, I've sat down, and Jitty came up to me and went, yeah, you've blown it. And I went, what? He went, they don't believe it anymore. It's done.
They're on to us.
Yeah, just go knock him out. I'm like, oh, for God's sake. So I'm pissed off now. We just walk out, just touch gloves, jab, boom, massive head kick, drop him. Oh, for God's sake. But the promoter said something about 10,000 baht for a head kick knockout. Go on.
Here we go.
Promoter said it hit his arm. and it fell on the floor. I'm like, you dodgy mother, so yeah.
And what's 10,000 baht?
I don't know, but it was fun
Proper money.
Yeah,
it's good money. You're going to party now, yeah.
Yeah, we can party.
Yeah.
It's not going to change the world.
No,
but
you're not buying a house off of it.
Yeah.
But you could have a good night out in wherever you was, Lumpini.
Yes.
But, from that was the one and done. You was like, fuck Thailand, I'm not fighting anymore.
I said, unless you'll give me some sort of big name in Thailand, it's pointless.
Right. And what's the deal now with Thailand? I mean, I'm assuming looking at this facility, we'll take a picture of this and put this up because like it's mad facility. You wouldn't get one of these in London, right? But I say that I was in one in called the Gauntlet, which is pretty close. But other than that, you don't get much in London. Anyway, but like what I'm saying is you don't have to go to Thailand now for good training.
No.
Like back in the day, is that still a thing? Do you still go out there or not?
I've not been out the longest, like I said, grown kids.
Right, of course, yeah. Not
Stuff,
going out partying now, yeah.
I do believe Thailand is necessary to a point.
Okay.
Thailand will always sharpen your weapons. Kicking, timing, knees, elbows, how to stay relaxed, certain stuff. But don't stay too long.
Okay.
Because if you stay too long in Thailand, you'll end up just having the ability to fight Thais. Mm-hmm. When you fight Westerners, we move to a different rhythm and we've got a different attitude.
Okay. That's interesting. In what sense?
Where Thais are not violent people. Mm-hmm. None of them. They're not violent. In all honesty, Thais are a little bit camp. They really are. You watch two Thais in the ring fight each other, there's blood guts everywhere. You think, oh my God, this guy's a killer. Then 3 hours later, you're in a bar room and they're singing karaoke. And it's probably, and we all sat here just drinking beer going. That was the guy that chinned me inspiring this morning, yeah. Jesus. Wow. They're not violent people. Westerners, we will fight you from the start till the end. We will still believe we can get this.
Right.
Thais, if it gets to round 5 and they haven't won, they're like, right, call it a day. No point hurting each other.
Right.
We get to round 5, I can still do this.
Yeah.
I can still win. Ah! And we will go on till the end. Mm-hmm. Where, like I said, if you fight in Thailand, there's a lot of times where if they realise you're better, they kind of give up.
That's interesting. So go over there, like take the skills and come back and stay sort of in the trenches, if you like.
There you go.
Right.
Thailand will teach you to Thai box. We know how to really fight.
That's interesting. That's yeah. I've never heard that put like that before. But like, are the Thais still the best? That might sound like a really stupid comment or question, but are they still looked at as the best, or has Westerners sort of took that over now?
You know what? We're more of a level playing field now.
Right.
Because before there were so many levels above us, they were the gods of Thai boxing.
Right. Clues in the name, innit?
Yeah. Back in the day when we was fighting, there were these massive names that fought for big money, and you couldn't even you couldn't even put a dent in them. They didn't know pain.
Right.
The training and brutality to make them what they were, they didn't know pain. They were just numb. Even when you and you're like, I can't even slow this guy down. They seem a lot more human now.
Right. And is that because the level of the Westerners come up?
Level of Westerners has come up, but the same hand, they're not fighting for the same livelihood.
Right, because they can make more of a living from what?
Teaching.
Right, yes, that's what I'm getting at. So it's not the same sort of like poverty, have to win this fight for food.
Where before, it could be as bad as the gym owner could be like, right, you fight on Saturday, I bet the gym on you winning. Good luck.
Right. No pressure.
No pressure. You're like, oh yeah, and I threw my house in as well.
Yeah. Wow.
So you had to fight, like really fight. It wasn't a case of I've had a fight, didn't win it out, it didn't work out. And if I lose this fight, everyone's lives change.
Yeah.
I need to win.
And out there as well, for anyone who hasn't been, you'd know obviously way better than me, but it's like when you're there, like you see real poverty, don't you? Like poverty, not like our poverty. Like we got poverty in England, but it's different, isn't it? Like you see proper poverty. You drive past places like a family of 5 is like got a hammock and a fucking plastic chair, and you're like, what the fuck? Like that's real.
They're fighting out of poverty. Our poverty is a guy looks homeless, but he's still got Nike on.
Yeah, still got an iPhone.
Yeah, and you're just like, okay, but over there it's like, if we don't get a meal, one of us could.
Yeah.
Like
we
seriously.
lose the youngest born and shit like that. Is what it looks like. I don't know if that's literal, but like when you drive past these like I'm calling them houses, but like
Oh.
where people live, you look at it and you go, like, when the first time I went out there, like when I said to you, I was probably 23, so still relatively young. You're sort of computing things.
Yeah.
And you're looking at it going like, but that's it. That's all they've got.
Sometimes it looks like a first world and a third world country jammed together.
Well, because like literally, and you'll know this, is like you'll drive down streets and there's like an Aston Martin showroom.
Yeah.
And then you turn an alley and there's like people living like what we're describing.
Someone's house with the sign off and you go in. I've always said to people, when you go to Thailand, it literally looks like as you land, there's a sign that says Thailand, and under it says under construction.
Yeah, right.
Like it's just not finished yet.
Yeah, it's like that.
It literally is like that.
And you see, when you see it up close, I know I'm repeating myself, but it is quite a shock the first time you see it.
First and third world country together. That's why one of my main trainers, me, Liam, and Andy, he was called Ratchasak. Come from absolute poverty. Went into Thai boxing. His first 10 fights, he just got beaten up, hated it. Then he went on to become like the David Beckham of Thai boxing.
Really? Wow.
Absolute superstar out there. Every time we went somewhere, Ratchasak. All of us were like, fucking hell. This is... Going out somewhere with him, it was cool because people knew him and I recognized it. It was like, he was known as the knee fighter that takes souls.
Oh, that's better than the badge of that.
And, you know what I mean? And you know how I said all Thais are non-violent and all Thais are kind? Not him.
Oh, right, he's the exception, is he?
Yeah. I don't want to say evil.
Too late, you said it now.
Yeah, but we just leave it there.
Yeah. Make up your own mind.
Yeah, but we love this guy so much, but generally, to fight him, he would kill you.
Right.
He'd absolutely kill you. This isn't a sport, he's not trying to outscore you, he'd kill you.
And he come from like nothing.
He's the one that you hear the stories about kicking trees to strengthen his shins and doing all this crazy shit. He used to show us like, you touch his hand, his knuckles and his skin like preceded, his shin preceded. It was rock hard. He's gone through the old school, actual ridiculous training to make his shins harder and all this craziness. You wouldn't fight him.
And it's also another thing that like I've heard people speak about before as well. It's like, if you grew up in Thailand under them conditions, if you're injured, you're injured. You're not seeing a physio, are you?
No,
You know what I mean? You're not going up the road to like balance performance or whatever and getting like a rub down. Like, that's just it, right?
I think he has some like 250, 300 fights, never been stopped. He was vile.
Never been stopped.
He'd be like, so this is an elbow, but if you turn your arm down, it pulls your hand down faster so it creates more of a deeper cut. Yeah, so I all sat there like,
okay, coach.
yeah, like,
Okay, no.
yeah. I'm pretty sure that if he was still an active fighter and you went, there's an extra 5,000 bar, cut him, he'd have been like,
no problem.
Boom! Boom! Yeah, vile.
Damn.
But,
nice guy. Not evil.
Yeah, no, but the reason we love him is because he wouldn't accept anything but the best.
Right. And you need that ultimately, right? If you're going to be a champion, you're not fucking around like playing tennis, are you? Do you know what I mean? You're going to Thailand and learning how to fight.
It's hard to explain to people. I'm like, this is serious. I do compare it to a computer game, but it is still a fight. Like, when you're in there, you can't suddenly realise that I'm in over my head and get out of there because they'll call you a quitter.
Right.
I'm never a quitter. You never been put in a position. You get put in that position, you feel like getting the fuck out of Dodge.
Right, yeah. That's an interesting point. I'll tell you one that comes to mind as well, like the other one, like, is Dutch kickboxing, right? Like, have you ever been over there and done that kind of
No, but
style
I've definitely seen it.
Yeah, because it's like, on the naked eye, without being too technical from my point of view, it's like, there is a big difference in it. You can see the way their moving's different and stuff like that. And like, what you mentioned earlier about the Westerners have got more sort of oomph or whatever nowadays.
Yes.
Like, what's the Dutch kickboxing level like?
Right. Me and the Dutch, we were a bit funny.
Right, okay.
I like parts of it, but certain parts I find stupid.
Okay.
Only because I'm like, again, I could go to Holland and train the Dutch style. Combos amazing. But they're only building me to fight another Dutch guy. You fight anyone else but a Dutch guy, and it's not going to work out well for you.
Right. Okay. Well, the only reason I'm asking is because it's an easier flight in Thailand.
No, I thought about going out, but to go there, it's just you having a tent with Dutch guys, but it doesn't help you fight in the rest of the world. Only because they do dumb things like just stand there and take punishment.
Right, okay. So boxing style, like a little bit like we said earlier, when you're taking too many dings to the head.
That's why I'm like, you take that much punishment in the gym, by the time you get to your fight, you're fucked.
Right.
So therefore, you won't have a lot of fights. Therefore, you won't get an experience. Therefore, you probably won't get very far.
That's an interesting way of looking at it. It makes sense when you say it like that, doesn't it? Yeah.
Sometimes you have to spar hard. Every day sparring hard doesn't make sense. I'm not trying to be the toughest in the gym or the toughest in Leeds.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be the best in the world.
Right. Yeah. You don't need to, on a Wednesday afternoon from fucking Jack up the road.
I've had him now.
Bashed him on Tuesday.
I'll beat the guy that works down at Nando's. I'll bash him in his...
Exactly. He can't do his evening shift.
Yeah.
No, but I think that goes across all things, doesn't it? And like we spoke briefly about grappling earlier, it's a little bit different because you can afford to go a bit harder, can't you? Obviously, you can twist things. You don't want to get like fucked up that way. But the head punishment's nothing, innit? So
you have to be careful. The training that he put us through, there was hard sparring at times, but most of the hard training is being pushed to breaking point and going past that.
Right.
I remember one time, I'd finished work, I got to the gym, and me and Liam, for whatever reason, we arrived at the same time. We've walked in, and Rashak was just sat there, and he just looked at us, he went, "You two, come." I was like, here we go. For 1 hour solid, he just had the pads on. You kick, you elbow, you, and we just kept going back and forth. So the only time I got a rest was watching Liam get violated, knowing that I'm going to be next.
Yeah, right.
And he just kept swapping us back and forth. And as we're doing this, people are coming into the gym and just going upstairs and waiting for the class.
Right.
Then Smithy came in the gym, our coach, saw what was going on and was like, then he goes upstairs and just leaves us. Yeah. And Ratchet just would not let us stop, and he just kept going. Me and Liam are now broke, we're close to tears. You know when you start making this noise? By now, we're making that noise, but we can't stop.
No.
Because he's not stopping, so I can't stop, and Ratchet won't stop, so none of us can stop.
Right.
We just kept going and going, but that's the sort of stuff that gets you to that level.
Right.
Everyone's like, "Are you tired?" Yeah. But I'm used to it.
Beyond tired as well, right?
Yeah, I'm beyond tired, but I'm used to it.
Yeah, right.
It's nothing new. Because I remember I fought at Town Hall versus Phil Pullen, someone like that. That was the first fight where I finished 5 rounds. We were flying back and forth. We finished 5 rounds and I went, "Are you fine?" I went, "Yeah, I'm sound." Ooh. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Because Ratchet Sack just would, every day was just at us again and again. And he pushed us to that point of like, where now I'll be sparring with people, but I just done 50 rounds today. I'm like, "Yeah." "Are you tired?" "Yeah." "You don't show it." "I know. I'm just used to it."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It seems to me it's like what you said earlier when I said like kicking pads is the hardest. What probably if you said to one sort of, not it's a fitness thing, but you know, like in terms of combat training, one thing you do for conditioning,
Yeah.
I would probably say that's the hardest thing that I've felt, like the kick in the pad. 30 kicks, you know, and you go, maybe 10's all right, no? Fuck with them 30 for. But to me, that I've always found that very hard. But like, what's in Thai boxing like? Because again, relating it to other martial arts, there's sort of common injuries. Like, what's the sort of common injuries you'd pick up in Thai boxing?
Right. The common injuries in Thai boxing, the worst one, right? Top of your feet.
Ooh, kicking elbows.
There you go, Captain.
Yeah.
It's why I teach everyone. I have not body kicked in about 7 years or so.
Is that right?
I refuse to body kick. It's stupid.
Yeah. Okay.
I kick right here. I will either kick you there in the bone and shatter your arm. If you're smart, you'll either deflect it or block. Or it will land here, stopping you punching me. If I try to kick you here, there's elbows and hip bones. I don't even bother.
Yeah, makes sense when you say it like that because
thank
you know what I mean? When you throw kicks, that has got to be always the concern, right? Of like, I don't want to kick the wrong fucking bit here because like you kick someone's shin, kick someone's knee. Like, hey, I'm hurting me more than I'm fucking hurting you.
And that means more time off training. It means more time away from the gym. And I'm like, no, it's stupid. I kick here for body. If that will knock you to the other side of the ring so you can't punch me.
Right.
Or if you try to punch me, look what happens. I will still hit you in the rib, and luckily, my foot will be high enough that if you try to catch it, I'll still have a chance to get it out.
Right.
Here, everyone's used to being booted.
Right.
They're all durable. It hits there, they catch your leg. It hits there, they take it and just come after you. And I'm like, no. Too many injuries and you're too durable. Only time I'll kick the body is occasionally if I could kick you directly in the stomach.
Right.
Now that's open fair.
Yeah.
Because I know if I catch you with that one, it's a winding. It's just the same as a body shot, but kicking all around, forget
And it's
that.
interesting you say that because it's true. Like you can condition this bit more, can't you?
Yeah.
Like this bit, you can sort of tough out a bit. It hurts later, but fuck that. You deal with
It
that.
doesn't
at the time,
matter
right?
about later.
Yeah, that's an interesting point to make. And like obviously with the ties, the head kicks you see, the knockouts, they go viral, right, and stuff like that. But the vast majority of kicks, from my experience of being like and being lucky enough to sort of move around with high level sort of Muay Thai fighters in England, leg kicks are the one that you go, you fucking
That's it.
Leave it out, man.
How many body kicks or arm kicks have you taken and been fine?
Yeah, right. So the leg kicks are the ones. Take a couple of them, and you're like, fuck, all right.
There you
Can't
go.
do this much longer. You know what I mean, I better do something about this one.
It's why I tell people, the days of just booting people is pointless.
Yeah.
Days of kicking your mass are pointless. I target specific areas on you. Like me, because I'm quite a kicker. Put your hands up. I love that bone there.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Don't
the
feel good
one.
when you do it with your thumb,
Yeah.
mate, let alone a fucking shin or
So
something.
the bottom of my shin, I'm targeting that to snap it. I want to break that with everything I'm worth. So you have to now do this. Open your hand. Yeah. To stop me smashing that.
Right. Well, I tell you what comes to mind when you say that. When you said about the little gloves, you fought in the MMA gloves. Does
Yeah.
that change that or not so much?
Oh, no, sit.
Nah, same rules apply.
Same
Because I've
goal.
heard, again, Liam on a podcast, I think, if I'm butchering this, correct me and you'll correct me, but he said long guard was sort of less relevant.
Yep, because of uppercuts and stuff like that.
Yep.
There's so many gaps where, to me, if you do Thai boxing in the little gloves, it's not Thai boxing.
Right.
It is boxing where you're allowed to knee, punch, and elbow if you deem fit.
Right, okay.
You don't have to.
That's an interesting point, yeah, because you do see that a lot in
Yeah.
one championship comes to mind. There's a lot of bang, 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 and then a kick randomly.
It's why Thais have evolved again.
Right.
They couldn't box for shit. Every time I went out to Thailand, I used to run circles around them and absolutely piece them up boxing. Then they'd be like, all right, everybody clinching. I'm like,
Here we go.
here we go. But now they realise it can't be the way. Thais can always punch hard. They've always got two solid shots. Then they can throw a kick, a knee, an elbow. But actually to go, they had no ability to do that. Where now they've had to change that because of these 4-ounce gloves. You can't kick your way through it.
Right, because who's the guy that went to the Olympics and won the gold medal for Thailand? You know, I'm talking about Thai box. I forget his name.
Is it
Kamsing? Is it?
Some rat or something?
Some rat, yeah, something like that.
Because his boxing was so good,
Right.
the Thais couldn't face him.
Right.
Because they're like, yeah, just kick him. But his Muay Thai's high as well. What? So I've got high Muay Thai that involves kicking and kneeing. You've got high Muay Thai, but you're a world champion boxer as well.
Extra tall, isn't it?
I lose.
Right.
That's why he beat so many times and no one could beat him up. You two will be kicking and blocking and doing all this stuff that I know he'd go, yeah, what the hell?
Is that because he's almost playing another game too? He's not sort of playing by your rules. He's saying that's all fair, but yeah.
There you go. It's
Yeah.
why I tell people don't stay in Thailand too long.
That's an interesting point. Yeah, and you said that about the Dutch as well, right? You're
Yeah.
getting ready just to fight a Dutch guy.
Don't stay there too long.
Because I'll tell you what's interesting. I don't know if you've heard of a sport called Savat, French kickboxing.
Ooh, go on.
So it's French kickboxing. They fight in shoes, right?
Oh, I think I've seen
And there's a
it.
famous fight. I don't know the guy's name, but he beat Ramon Deckers in a fight once.
Oh,
like
nice.
a Thai fight. And he was bouncing around and springing. Now I'm sure if there was no round limit or whatever, I don't know how many rounds it was. It would have been either 3 or 5, right? But it looked like, from my sort of eye, and anyone would probably know more than me to say, but there's it looked like if there was long enough, Roman Deckers would have hunted him down and found him. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But like, if you watch the fight, he's springing around, he's bouncing, almost like a karate guy, pings with a shot, and it's almost like Ramon Deckers is just a little bit behind catching him. Do you know what I mean? So it's, again, like another tool.
Deer caught in the headlights, like, what
Yeah.
the hell's he doing?
Yeah.
He's not going to fight you your style because you'll win.
Right.
He changed it up, and it was a bit like,
Yeah.
hence why I'm like, don't aim to be the world's best Thai boxer. That is not enough. Unfortunately, it's not.
In this day and age, you mean?
No,
sort of, yeah,
not
it's evolved
enough.
too much.
You need to be the world's best boxer, world's best kickboxer, world's best Thai boxer, world's best clincher. You need all these elements. If any of them fall short, you might get defeated. Because I hate when people are like, oh, I love kicking, but I can't box. I'm like, well, if we spar, you're dead. Why? Because I won't kick you.
I'm going to box your head off. Yeah, yeah, it makes sense, right?
But I can kick you. But the problem is, I'm a good kicker.
Yeah, I can kick you too, right?
Yeah, I won't kick you. I will infinitely block, lean back, and catch your kicks. I will not kick you back because I'll give you something to work with.
That's an interesting point.
I refuse to give you something to work with. If I kick, you'll lean back and look cool and shit. No. I'm not going to throw not one kick at you, but when you kick me, I will go block, move a bit closer, lean back, move a bit closer, block, move a bit closer. And you know, once I'm past that kicking range, you can't punch for shit, but I can punch, you're dead.
Yeah, right. That's an interesting point. And I'm assuming you're a big Muay Thai fan in terms
Yes.
of, like, you're not so much into your MMA from what we're talking about. You correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I like all stand-up
do?
fighting, all of it.
Not ground game. All stand up. You're quite specific.
All stand-up. The Jiu Jitsu, I like watching it, but in the UFC, if two guys are stood up going for it, I'm enjoying that way more than watching two guys.
Of course, yeah. I think
Teabag
most
each
people, I
other.
think even jiu-jitsu guys would say probably, right? It's
Yeah.
more exciting because this is probably true in most martial arts, to be fair. Two guys at a very high level, they can cancel themselves out.
Yeah.
So it becomes a bit just it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when I come in here today, it looked like there was a pure jiu-jitsu class going on by the look of it.
Yeah.
You ever jumped in? You never fancied that?
No, only because if I jumped in, if I went with the top boys, I love best life ever, awesome, yeah, woo. But that's not where you get to go.
Right.
You have to go with the beginners.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Well, most people do. You don't, right? Couldn't you have like I'll show you some Muay Thai, we'll do some jiu-jitsu.
Maybe, but at
Yeah.
some point, I'll be with some guy, I don't know his level.
Yeah, right.
We're not rolling.
Right.
Because it's like Thai boxing. Thai boxing, I won't spar beginners.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Not a chance
Makes
on
sense,
this
yeah,
planet.
makes sense.
Not a chance. They will do the most, can I say retarded?
Say what you like, mate. You said it, I
Awesome.
didn't. I just want to distance myself
that's
from
it.
him. Like
Badger's been cancelled.
Yeah, nah, say
But
what you
no,
like.
they do the most retarded things ever. And I can't, at least Thai boxing, I know to expect the retarded things and how to avoid most of them. In Jiu Jitsu, I don't.
That's it, yeah.
So
yeah.
let's say some guy grabs hold of my wrist. Oh, he's got me. I'm assuming this guy will let go. He might not know this. What the fuck? Oh, sorry, I put it on too tight.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
the pros will be
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. The other guys are like, ah! I'm like, ah! I'm getting up like, what the fuck?
Too late, innit? Now no Muay Thai for a month.
Hey!
So yeah, I understand that. I completely understand that. Do you go through periods of time, maybe not so much now, but when you was fighting, do you go through periods of time where you're like, right, I'm going to work on my boxing for X amount of time, or does it not really work?
Yes.
That way? Oh, it does, yeah.
It does work like that. In Thai boxing, it's awesome actually because what happens is you're normally injured.
Right,
You've done something, you've hurt your shin.
right.
I can't kick anymore. Sweet. Boxing time.
Makes sense.
Next 4 months, I'm just boxing.
Yeah, and that tightens them skills up. So when you put it back in play,
And the thing about it, people are like, oh, well, I don't just want to box. I went, I never said to you, you're boxing.
right?
I said, I'm boxing.
That's another sort of evolved
You
level,
do
innit?
what the fuck you want.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Kick,
kick you.
punch, clinch, I don't care.
Yeah,
And the amount of people that I discovered, I'm like, what? You're not a bad Thai boxer, but you can't fight. And if I don't give you Muay Thai to work with, you fall apart.
goes back to what you're saying. If I don't play your game,
If I don't play your game, you fall apart.
Yeah.
If I don't give you kicks to catch, things to lean back with, things to sweep, and I'm just walking forward, blocking you, shoving you in a corner, just punishing you,
Yeah.
people can break, and I'm like, oh. So there's a difference between fighting and Thai boxing or fighting and kick. There's a big difference.
It's different when you do it for the sake of fighting, isn't it? I think because you can give all the best sort of like stereotypical techniques you want, but like someone goes, "Well, what about if I do that?" And then you go, "Well, you got to give an answer, right?" Like I've been teaching like jiu-jitsu classes before, and someone asked me, he knows who he is. Shout out Big Claw. He's a Krav Maga like expert.
Oh, Jesus.
And like, at one time, and he was a dead serious question. He was probably a blue belt at the time, and I was teaching a choke. He's a brown belt now, he's a savage. But like I was holding the choke on, like demonstrating, and he puts his hand up and he went, "What happens? Someone grab your balls." And you know when you go, "Well,
You win.
you know when you stand there for a second, you go, well, I guess we'll have to try it. And there's a class full of like 20 people, so I'm thinking, fucking hope this joke works, bro. Otherwise I'm gonna get like run around the room here, and thankfully it did. But he's a good sport.
Yeah, I like that though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd have been like, I do appreciate the ball grabbing as a deterrent.
Yeah.
But
Not really why we're here though.
yeah, if you grab my balls, I believe I become more violent.
Yeah.
So if you grab my balls, I will break your neck and I won't let go.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't matter what sort of pain I'm in, I will not let go even when you go limp.
Yeah, I didn't want kids anyway. Don't worry about it. Take them.
Yeah. I'll sacrifice the kids to make sure you're 6 feet under.
Yeah, we're figuring this out. Yeah, he's a savage, big Claudian. Shout out, mate. I've tried to get him on here. He reckons his English isn't good enough. Total liar. His English is better than mine. But what's life like now, mate? Like, are you still looking to fight, or are you just like your coach Badger?
Leave me alone.
Your Badger coach now.
Just Coach Badger. Who talks about the Hitman Legend show that's coming up. Badger, we've got to get you on it. And I went, no. Why? I don't need to chase glory. I had my glory. I enjoyed my glory. And the best thing about it is I can do this. I'm sweet.
For anyone who's just listening and didn't watch, he did like an amateur aerobics class in the 1980s.
Damn right.
And his body works nicely.
Damn right. You go get Andy.
Andy's the guy.
Get Andy to sit right here. Yeah. Move your body, Andy. I'm just like...
No good, no good.
No. But that's why I'm like, no. No. Everything is its rightful place. You can... Joe, I trained Joe for his last fight. I murdered him. Like, school, I wanted the fight to be clean. I didn't want it to be a fair fight, you know, like him, you, him. No. I wanted to go in, dominate quickly, get out, no injuries. The fight was smooth. Joe came out, not a mark on him. So managed to break his foot.
Fuck, yeah.
Had to have his giant boot.
Right.
No thanks.
Yeah, not for you, yeah.
No. And the way I've been trained, if I even believe for just even a moment I'm losing, and if I kick through your shin, your arm, your leg to get this kick through, this will win. I'll do it. I'll sacrifice it.
And you don't need it at this point in life, right?
No, because
World champion. You only got 2 losses, which is pretty much unheard of, isn't it, in time boxing, really?
Craig Edwards and Josh Palmer.
Oh, okay.
Twats.
I stand corrected. Them two.
I remember them, but no. But I'll do anything to win.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, yeah, winner, Patrick, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
And at 43, shit does not heal the same.
Is that right? Don't say that, man, because I'm going to be 43 one day, hopefully. I don't want to hear that, man.
Yeah.
Or should I just stay 25 forever? I don't know. Is that a better option?
Yeah.
I'll do that. You heard that on here first. But, like, what do you do now in terms of coaching people? Are you coaching your everyday man, or are you sort of fighters for fights?
No. Coach every single day, plan work, I'm sparring with people, doing drills with them, doing fitness with them. I tell them, like, I feel awesome.
Yeah.
Feel fit, feel fresh, everything's good, no real injuries. I like it like that.
Yeah, that's how it should be, right?
Yeah.
At a certain point, like, you don't need to be limping when you're 75, do you? And talk about the good old days.
One of the people, well, he's a good friend of mine now, but I fought him years ago, called Craig Jose. He's from Northern Kings up in Newcastle.
Okay.
Oh, we had a good fight.
Tough guy.
I call him the Universal Soldier. He was an awesome reality check. I was meant to fight him, well, I did fight him, but I was in talent training for it. And he's fought at 66, 67 kilos. But I didn't know that this was the end of that era and I needed to move up. So I was his last fight. I'm in Thailand, I'm training my ass off. They phoned me. Badger, what? You know the fight's at 67, do you mind if it's at 68? I'm like, seems weird. Okay, fair enough. Do. Last week before I come home, Badger, another question. You mind if it's at like 68.5, 69-ish? I'm like, who the fuck is this guy I'm fighting? I'm on weight, I'm 66, I'm 67, I'm fine, I don't... whatever, because back in the day, every fight was just whatever, I'll fight him. That's when I actually met Craig at the weigh and I was like, he don't look skinny. Don't worry, you'll be all right. I remember coming into the middle of the ring with touch gloves and I just looked at him and thought, why the fuck are you so tall and so fucking wide? I remember going back to Connor going, what the fuck? What size is he? We were fighting. Good fight, back and forth, but I was outskilling him. It was all going well. And I think it was in round 4. Smith said to me, right, we need to make sure that you win. Go to war. I went, go to war? He went, yeah, go to war. I went, right, we're going to war. Dun, 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 dun. Him, me, him. We're going back and forth. And I thought, I'm not sure about this. Then I saw his shorts just get a little harder than his shorts, and I thought, ooh, you like this, don't you freak? Hell no. I've gone back to dodging again and teeping and stuff. he was built for war. He was really universal built for war. 'Cause remember after the fight, I said to him, I went, good fight. And he had a massive lump on his arm. I tried to break his arm.
Brilliant.
And he went, in round 4, you started to go to war with me, and I thought I stand a chance. I went, I know. I could see your face. You got excited, like, this is what I wanted. And I thought, oh, no. This is what you want. We're not playing that game. Back to Muay Thai, yeah.
Skipping a jump and a block on a knee.
On a knee.
Get the fuck out of it. But
But he got retirement, and he had a fight, beating the guy easily, tearing the guy a new one. Just turned weirdly, ripped his ACL, meniscus, and somewhere else all in his knee. No. I was like, yo. And he came down to my company to do a bit of training with me, and I was just like, I was with him last week. He was fine. He was a machine. Now that knee's not going to be the same. That's too easy. I'm good.
how fucking disappointed in yourself would you be if you come back for one more fight for that and you've got a fucked up knee forever? Like, you don't need that, do you?
Don't need that.
Do you ever think about doing like nowadays, like there's these sort of, they're calling it like misfits boxing, influencer boxing.
Right.
Kicked in the legs. Is that something that tickles your fancy?
Right. Misfits and boxing is different. We're going to give you 40 grand to have a boxing fight. Deal.
Who am I fighting? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, what, 5 rounds, you said 6 rounds?
I'm in.
Done.
Yeah, I'm in.
That's different.
Yeah.
Couple of grand, no.
Yeah.
40 bags, 50 quid. Let's have it.
Send the car over, son. Send that car.
Over. Send it over.
But mate, listen, this has been brilliant. I really appreciate
Not a
your time,
problem.
man. Before we finish, I always ask the most important question of the day. Bearing in mind where we are in that accent, I don't think you're going to give me a good answer. Which football team you support?
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Done it.
I don't know football.
Chelsea, well done.
See, watch. I mean, outlawed all around England. Luckily, I only do combat sports. I do not know football.
Next time I'll come back with a blue shirt for you and we'll figure this out.
You know what? If you give me a shirt, you know I'd wear it.
Oh,
Any free t-shirts and shorts I wear. I don't care if it's pink, brown, whatever. I love it.
You're on the firm. Top man. I appreciate you, mate. I always finish with a fist up like this. Hey. Squeeze the neck. Boom.